Hey guys, welcome to our review of Kishiryu Sentai RyuSoulger in episode 44. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
Cinder Blaze
and Makotoa.
My dudes, welcome back. We got done watching this episode a few days ago because we accidentally are doing this late. But hey, we did that so now we can respond to your comments in this video. But before that, let's dive into our thoughts on it. And I liked it. Again, still surprised that I care about this endgame. They are bringing certain things into the fold that I find interesting, and I'm, just surprised each time that every episode is actually building a story out. Because they just haven't been good at it for so long. Oh,
it's not particularly deep, but I can track with it.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it kind of feels like that kid who's been doing really bad the entire quarter, and then just at the end they're like, "Oh wow, I forgot, I'm paying for school," and then just decides to do well at the end.
Okay, you don't gotta make it real, dude. I feel like the whole Saturn being Master Black reveal was, to be expected, but
Right.
That dynamic between him, Black and Green, is just like so good that I don't mind. I really enjoy it.
Honestly, like, I did not feel too much from it. I thought it was just fun. Like, it's something to be expounded on more, not something I was necessarily like teased on. Like, oh hey, these are some great interactions. I'm looking forward to this. I just found that it was a stepping stone to move into a direction the show's going.
Yo, like their fight chemistry was unreal.
Okay, yes, fight chemistry, beautiful.
That was wonderful, and Black always sells it emotionally, no matter what's going on.
And don't worry, next episode he'll be selling his body when he rips off his shirt.
The highlight that we're looking forward to.
Of course. And then also we had a really nice scene with Red and Pink, which gets me a little scared because Kyoryuger had such a tiny thread between their Red and Pink that they made something happen at the end that was really dumb, and I don't want that to be the case here.
Oh yeah, that was fun. It's like the episode of, and it's like, wait, why do you have that emotion? Like,
yes.
One like OVA later, and it's like, oh, okay,
yeah. I'm honestly very scared that it might happen again.
I could see it happening. It's sad.
Yeah, in the sense that I can see the show going that direction, not the characters effectively moving us into that direction.
Exactly.
Okay, now that you've distracted this, I feel like a little bit more okay with it because they didn't set up like 50 other love interests that were like a lot better.
That's fair. That, you know what? That's fair. I agree to that. Like, yeah.
All right, back to this episode. Speaking of love interest, Melto winning over.
Stop! Stop! Oh no! Not doing that.
Every single time I see that.
Let's come back like 3 years from now, and maybe the review will be legal.
Melto is such a scumbag. I like that. That's probably where I find a lot of the charm in this relationship. It's just so wrong. It's so Melto.
It's making my brain Melto that you're talking about this.
Also, his brother's like, I can respect your or so, like he was actually.
I mean, his plan legitimately did save her. Then again, it was a real dumb plan. Hey, give her up. How did that signal at all to Red that was happening?
Like, I mean, the way that they cheat with that RyuSoul is just, I can't even be surprised anymore.
Honestly, though, like, they use it so consistently.
In the same cheese way.
Exactly. Like, you punch, it's like precision punching. You punch exactly what you need to punch.
Yeah, I'm
punching in the first episode, well, one of the first episodes, punching the net around the heart. punching the stone stuff around the person. Like it's the same. We see it
Technically
applied the
a
same
meal.
way.
I don't know, like it's basically like it reminds me so much of Cosmoraptor, where it just does whatever it needs to do. But like the thing about this one is that like you would assume that it would smash something, right? And you kind of envision the physics of like, you know, like a brute, like physical force being applied to
Right.
something. But when this Ryusoul does it, it just boggles my mind how it just messes with you. Like
Yeah.
it knows that how wrong it is, yet it does it anyways.
Nothing, nothing about the look signals to you that anything precision-wise is happening.
Because it can't happen
It
when you're
can't.
punching it that way.
Yeah, I know. And like the whole it boggles my mind. The whole reason they had a stand, or like they you know held her at gunpoint, was to be like, hey, she's leverage. If you do anything, we'll kill her. And then they proceed to slowly do a thing right in front of them to obviously retaliate. Nothing was covert. It was not blocked well, is
Well,
what I'm trying
he
to
called
say.
their bluff. They had toy weapons. What are they supposed to do?
No, honestly, like you
Like,
cover
legit, the
up
only thing-
Melto,
Oh.
you cover up Melto, you make the sound, and he is just that form now. That's how I would have done it. Like it's
Oh,
not,
boy.
it has to be like a sudden shift, not a oh hey, now I'm here, I have the soul, plug it in.
I
I'm
totally
this.
read your mind when you called my name and told me just to give it to them.
Yeah. I don't know. That I don't think it was blocked well. It was not an effective scene. And especially since like that was like the cliffhanger coming off of it. It really sucks like when your cliffhanger leads to something really dumb.
Yeah, but I'm not
it's
surprised that the
I'm not.
because the RyuSoulgers, they just like get out of any pickle they're in, and they do like it's been a while since I felt that a Sentai was as strong seeming as this one. Like they're pretty competent comparatively to other ones. I felt like there wasn't ever gonna be this was gonna be resolved very quickly.
Well, I
That's-
mean,
that was in my
I also feel like our barometer, or like our benchmark, is sort of like the villains they face, and they so easily snuff them out because they are nothing villains. And when they're coming up against like even greater villains, if you're trying to, you know, make them seem bigger, cooler, badder, doesn't help that you do this to them immediately.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining that they're more competent seeming because it actually makes the show more enjoyable. Whereas in the past, it's like certain Sentais have frustratingly become nerfed just for the sake of the plot. You know, like certain characters, you think they get a power up and then it ends up to be mook. I think that the power scaling, at least in this show, or in this particular one, has been done better.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh yeah, because there is no scaling. They just continue to go up, and we see them absolutely destroy every obstacle they run into.
If that's what it takes, I mean, at least with, you know, like we had Zyuohger, what did they have, that like machine type enemy that was so hard to beat before, and then they duplicated it like yeah, they just spammed it like a million times and everybody got to defeat one each. It's like that was a crap job.
I don't know. Like I just feel like it had been so poorly handled throughout the series that I guess I didn't notice it as much now.
Yeah. And I guess like when it's like the reverse, especially for the finale, it feels not as bad because like they aren't technically getting nerfed. Like all the enemies are getting stronger in this instance, and with like you kind of like see Eros, or whatever his name is, kind of like Eras, like slowly grow in power, and kind of like feel like all the other villains are getting a little bit stronger because, you know, like he's a little bit more disgusting looking in terms of like Bad CG. You know, he looks like he's growing.
I mean, it is very disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Initially I came into this episode more positive, but as we talk about it, we only attack the negatives.
I mean, like it's mostly because like the spectacles for this episode were like amazing. I feel.
yeah, yeah.
It was.
But still, like the fact that they're crafting at least as some semblance of a story is astonishing to me. Because it's just something that they didn't have until they started doing it. Yeah. So, did you guys have anything else you wanted to say before we dive into our comment section?
Please dive into comments because I forgot what happened this freaking episode.
Cool. Double the Unknown says, I'm a little late. Don't worry, so are we. But I wanted to say that I really like that this show has embraced its identity a lot better now. The fact that there are still jokes and fun moments mixed in makes the plot much more enjoyable to watch. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The jovialness of this show is what, brings me in every week.
Yeah. And when the actors are enjoying what they're doing, like it shows, honestly. Like,
yeah.
You know what this episode was missing?
What?
Nada.
Crayon.
Weisel.
Oh yeah, we had his heart.
Yeah, but like that Weisel Crayon interaction back and forth, or just Crayon in general, how he gets like pushed around by the other bad guys.
Or not just that, how he like goes so hard into getting someone to want to kill himself.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not having it this week will make it all the better when he finds Weisel next week.
I mean, I'm honestly expecting something so heartfelt between those two, just in the way that relationship is going to explode. I'm very much looking for, and I can see him saying, "I'm the glorious Weisel back from the dead."
Yeah,
something like that. I can't wait to see him come back.
I'm looking forward to that more than the plot. Same.
Yeah, he might just show up at the very end when like the enemies are like defeated, and he's like, "Oh, well, that was scary."
Or they could just like quite literally bookend the series as he like rocks in his chair and closes the book as he's talking to I don't know what's his name again? Booger Boy? Crayon. He's like, yeah, I know. I was there. Why'd you tell me this whole thing? Yeah, I don't know. I can see it going many different but enjoyable ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, did you have anything else you wanted to say before we end this episode?
No.
Cool. All right. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below what you thought about our thoughts about this episode. And hey, keep it juicy.
Yep. See ya.
Later.
Hey, by the by, tomorrow, another episode, another food episode discussion coming out. Well, why don't you go check that out? Be excited for that. Oh, it'll be a buffet of information.
I thought you were talking to us, as in like you had another topic you wanted to talk about. I was like.